Hello and welcome to Tyler State Park for Westside Story, 18-hole tournament here on the west side of Tyler State Park. First, of course, we're going to thank our presenting sponsors, Cosmic Disc Golf, Newtown Disc Golf, and Reaper Disc Supply. I'm Dave Oster, joined in the virtual booth with Brett Hensley. Brett, how's it going today? Who do we have on the card?
Hey, thanks Dave for having me. Really appreciate it. We got Rob Staas here to kick things off, shooting a hot round of -2. And we got Rick Sassaman, little disc golf royalty here in the area. Love the Sassaman family, rating 955 out of Lansdale. And we have Dylan Smith coming all the way from Palmyra, Pennsylvania, just outside of Hershey, shooting +2 last round. And rounding out the card, we got Matt Bruder, a local here around Furlong area, rated 916, shooting a +5.
Should be an exciting card. The only 4 players in the MPO field going on the second of 2 rounds here on the west side. Starting off, of course, on hole 19, hole 1 for our tournament coverage. Pretty straightforward. A couple of trees on the left side to miss and a little bit of rough on the right. Slanting left-right the whole way, so backhand, right hand will bounce into the hill and pretty much go straight for you.
Nice shot by Rob there, right up the gut. It's probably a judge.
Two Team Upshot players to start, 2 in the lead. Team Upshot running this tournament. Shout out to Brian. Does tons of tournaments, lots of in the area. And 2 pretty good shots from his sponsor players to start.
Yeah, I think Rick threw a
3 in a row.
Yeah. Rick threw a zone there, I think, fading out a little early, but he'll have a nice circle putt. Dylan landing pretty much in the same spot as Rick. Matt throws a much higher shot. Feeding out a little left. He'll have a little scary downhill putt there, but probably edge a circle.
Rob furthest out, but least downhill putt, so can definitely give it a run. Oh, and that's got to sit down. Very unfortunate, hitting a lot of change. Definitely would have loved to start his round off that way, but
yeah, tough way to start the round.
Settle for a par attempt, yeah.
Good bid from Matt. Just a little low. Rick's got to stretch out here. Everybody catching a little medal. Let's see what Dylan has. There we go. First birdie of the day.
There we go. Getting 1 stroke closer back to that even score. Rob, a couple strokes under in the first round. Only 1 in the field able to. Westside is certainly not an easy course to be playing. Beautiful weather. I think you were here today as well. Brett, tell us a little bit about how the play was.
Yeah, I think it was an ideal fall day. Both rounds where sun was out pretty early. It was nice. Just really ideal conditions for fall. We got hole 2. Big downhill shot here. Gonna go a backhand turnover. Hits the barrier logs, and that should put him pretty close to the circle there. Nice shot there by Dylan.
Yeah, pretty fortunate. It went a little bit too high, a little bit too much hyzer maybe, but that barrier there preventing him going to the next hole worked out for him.
Yeah, great shot there by Rob, right up the middle. Kind of want to throw your straightest putter on this hole here. Rick's going with it's like an old beat-in AVR. Nice flip.
What a beautiful flight. Gentle turnover. Gets another nice little kick. He's pretty much right under the basket.
Beautiful shot. Not looking to follow suit here. Get some nice flip here and
ooh.
A little ace round there. Nice shot by
Yeah,
Matt.
very similar looking line to Rick's, but it's a bit more height, giving it a scare.
Good attempt there by Dylan, just a little low. Nice putt there by Rob. He's no stranger to hitting big putts on this channel.
Yeah, you said he's been on our coverage quite a bit lately. Great to see it. Definitely good player around this area. Been on coverage, I think, 3 or 4 times lately.
Yeah, making a
Couple
name
wins
for
as
himself.
well.
Yep. Tap in there by Matt. That's got to feel good. Get your round started. Same with Rick.
Absolutely, getting back to even par. And just a couple inches short of our first star frame of the day, but pretty close there for Dylan as we move over to hole 3, par 3, 174 feet. Basically trying to throw it either straight and just over this log pile, or there's a couple sneaky gaps left or right around them. Going to the putting position that is pretty much straight, a little bit left of the log pile. So it works out well for the straight backhand with just a little bit of finish.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a ceiling on this hole, so you can't throw it too high. Rob shows a nice low shot perfectly at the basket in the bullseye.
Yeah, you can't really ask for much better than that.
Rick's throwing a little bit of flex. That's a really stable disc. Now he gets caught up in a tree there, but outside the circle.
You still have a clean look at it, maybe 40, 45 feet.
Matt kind of sawed that off a little early, but he got through clean. He'll have an open putt.
Yeah, I found that sneaky gap I was saying on that left side. Definitely came out with a lot of hyzer. Maybe expected that to flip up, or just came out early, but fortunate he'll still have a putt at it.
Dylan swings his out a little wide, but it looks like he got through. Oh, that's sweet. Right in the circle. Nice shot there by Dylan.
Yeah, so we got 4 putts coming up. Rick first of them. See if you can cash in the long one. Ooh, just a little bit low.
Nice comeback putt there. Dylan going a little long, but can in the putt. Putt there by Matt. Similar distance. And Rob's going to have a nice little tap in.
Yeah, gotta love when you're that close and don't even have to worry about the nerves there.
That's right. We've got some good putters on the card today.
Absolutely. I'm sure we'll see some highlights coming up as we have 2 players that have battled back to even and Rob extending his lead.
So we got hole 4. It's a par 4, 405 feet. So there's a tunnel gap to hit. It plays a little longer as your second shot. You want to get up the hill. You want to hit your landing zone. That's really important off the tee. Then you got to throw another skinnier tunnel to get to the B position.
Yeah, short for a par 4 at just over 400 feet, but certainly a 2-shot hole. Really trying to get to your landing zone and then get up the hill in your second shot.
Rob pulled his
Rob
over
warming
a
up
bit.
a little bit on the right side. Yeah.
There's still some lanes over there, especially in the fall when there's not as much rough, but let's see what he has. It's also pulled a little over to the right. It looks like Dylan hit the ideal landing zone there. He'll have a nice straight shot at the basket. Similar with Rick. Yep, it's kind of right where you want to be.
Both of those guys aiming right for that one log landing right in the ideal landing zone. Rob over here going to have to get creative to work his way up the hill.
Couldn't see where that
Doesn't
landed.
look like he made it.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he hit anything though. Oh, no, he's out again.
And what a third shot to get
Wow.
up. Yeah, for look at the par after not a great first or second shot.
Hyzer shot here. You have a little spike hyzer.
I believe that was a grenade. I think he was holding it upside down, thumb on the bottom of the rim. And he got height on it, not quite all the way up there, but not a bad play to get skinny and try to get through all these trees. Much more traditional plays able to be thrown by Dylan and Matt landing in that landing zone. You see how much easier it looks from here. Matt not able to throw it straight, but doesn't go too far. Good bid there.
Great putt.
Great putt, yeah. The card, the birdie. And he is now under par as well.
I don't know if we got to see Rick's upshot. Unless I just missed it. I think he's putting for birdie here, right?
I believe this is his birdie putt, yeah.
Oh, maybe a little right side there.
Putting uphill, you kind of expect your putter to start fading out a little bit earlier than normal. So you might adjust your aim just that little bit, but a little bit too much for Rick.
And that's a great par save there by Rob.
Absolutely.
That'll tap in a bogey. First of the day, and Rick will take home his par.
So hole 5 going back downhill, turning around 308 feet, really playing well under 300 feet because of the steep decline. Trying to get over or to the side of that log pile and around a couple of these bigger trees there. Depending on the pin position, this hole can be a little bit trickier. I think this one is one of the easier ones as it's kind of straightforward. Coming out a little high there from Dylan's going to fade out kind of far left, but probably pin high, so he'll have a fairly easy upshot, maybe give a long bid.
Yeah, height control is really important on this shot. Rob got the height right, but it looks like he went a little left out of the hand. Rick was a little bit low on that, but he'll scoot up there for a circle 2 putt.
Yeah, better direction, but not enough height. All three of these players have gotten one thing right, but not enough, so we'll see if Matt can correct, but I think just all the way too low.
Matt got caught up a little there on the branch. He's going to have a long look for par. Good bid by Rob there.
Yeah, definitely had the height coming in with speed, just not quite on line. Similar distance for Dylan. Ooh, catching the tree.
Rick trying to card the lone birdie. Came up a little left.
Hyzered around that big tree right close to the basket. A couple of the holes here on this west side have some a little bit evil pin positions really close to big trees. You'll see, I think, another one on the back nine.
Great
Nice
putt.
par save. Yeah.
It's a shot of the day contender right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple more tap-ins. We'll be moving over to hole 6. What do we got, Brett?
Hole 6, Tyler hole 24. It's a par 3, 311 feet. I think we're playing the short tee off of this, so they'll be throwing their fairway shots straight with a little bit of fade to the B position. It plays a bit longer with the uphilledness. I'd say it plays more like 350.
Yeah, this hole, I think people who've played Tyler is usually one of the longer holes. I think maybe as far as a par 5 from the longest tee to the longest pin, but playing a reachable par 3 today. So, unique look at it.
Yeah, for sure. Nice shot there by Rob. He had the shape right. It's just short. Like I said, I think it seems like it plays a lot longer than that 311 listed.
Yeah, I would agree. Especially, like you said, uphill and around the corner. You're trying to get it to kind of straighten out once you get around the corner. A little bit more like this. Get a little help from the branch, and that was a great shot by
Great
Rick.
shot by Rick. This is a tough one to park, or really even to get in the circle. Great shot there by Matt, giving it a lot of height.
Similar to Rick, getting a little help from the branches, but they'll both have circle's edge. Putts out it for birdie.
Ooh, trying to throw one in there. Good run. Let's see what Robbie's putting uphill at it looks like. Canned it. What was that, from 55, 60 feet? What a putt by Rob.
Yeah, great putt. Definitely close to the middle of circle 2 or further. Take another look at it. One angle, dead center chains. Very nice.
Great putt. That came up a little low there. Let's see if Rick can answer Rob's putt here. Drops in. What a putt. Got 2 birdies on a pretty difficult hole there.
Yeah, and Rick knew it. Started walking it in before it hit the chains. Almost spit out the back, but stayed in there. Great putt for Rick. Getting himself under par for the first time this round.
Yeah, good stuff. He's going to need to keep it going to catch Rob.
Absolutely, and hole 7, par 3, 258 is where he will continue to try doing that. Out of bounds left and out of bounds long, marked by the white bricks. So you want to throw something flat and straight. You got a little bit of room on the right side to hyzer it, but don't want to go too far left. And that checks up right in time. Right about where you can see the gravel is the edge of the out of bounds, kind of covered in leaves on the left side.
Yeah, they're throwing off the short tee, which is actually the drop zone tee for the long tee. This plays as an island hole. I think it's the only natural island hole, and you see Rick there finds the out of bounds left. Everyone's starting to filter to that left side. Another OB shot.
Yeah, this tree on the right side, the tree line closer to the short pin, makes it tricky because you can't really flex it out. And Matt also going out of bounds. So 3 out of 4 players not able to land inbounds. Luckily, they're all fairly close to the basket.
Yeah, Matt will have
Trying to save their par.
Pretty easy tapping par at least. Wow, we are seeing some fantastic putting today. Dylan knocks it down. Rick comes up a little short. He's going to take a bogey on this one.
Luckily did sit. This basket is pretty close, as you can see, to that far out of bounds, so didn't want to double up on that.
Squeezes one in there, taking care of business, taking another birdie.
So another pretty difficult short par 3, as we see a rainbow of colors.
Here we go, tournament hole 8, par 3, 271 feet. We're playing from the short tee, so looking down at the basket. You kind of want to throw something through the middle gap that's going to turn a little to the right and maybe fade back left, and hope you get a little look for a birdie on a really obstructed basket.
And look at this shot.
Wow, he made it all the way to the
Just checking
hill.
up short, but yeah, great throw by Rob there. Pretty much perfect to the line that you were describing, and just got caught up. As you said, it's really guarded once you get close to the basket.
Yeah. There's a more common result there off the tee. It's a really tight gap. Looks like that took a big kick left.
Yeah, the danger of hitting a tree when you're that high up on the hill is it's got a lot of air to continue kicking once it does. Left side specifically. I think Rick either kicked straight down a little bit right. Yeah, maybe the better side to not veer off behind that mound, but obviously you can see how tricky your next shot is. Got a lot of the distance, but still going to be in that rough.
Going forehand. Footing on this fairway is very difficult. As you can see, you get into some strange spots. Lots of rocks on the hillside. You see the upshot land. Probably circle 2, but that hill obstructs the basket. We're still trying to get down to the hill. Hopefully we'll have a putt from there.
Yeah, another one of the more evil basket placements. As you see, Matt maybe less than 100 feet from the basket, but just cannot see it. Having to go scuba over it. Good shot, but just very difficult. Trees and mound in the way. Rick straddling out to a knee inside the circle and still not able to get a clean pass at it.
Oh no. Bob had one of the best drives I've seen on this basket, and that was a really unfortunate spit out.
Yeah, very undeserved after, like you said, such a great drive. A couple of guys are going to wind up with some strokes over par on this hole as we head into the final hole of this front 9, par 4, 584 feet. Blind landing zone where you're trying to hit, basically getting up to the corner and then looking down this straight sloped second part of the fairway to a very precarious green. Tight rough, both left and right.
Yeah, the C position was actually recently reconstructed, the one that we're playing to here. So big thanks to Joe Mela and all the volunteers at Tyler who really put a lot of work into this course. See, it looks like Rob got a pretty fortunate kick there to stay on the fairway.
Not so fortunate there
Yeah,
for Dylan.
The left side gets really dodgy because you have all of the hillside and all of the trees over there. It's really hard to progress on the left. Sometimes you're just left with a pitch out to the fairway.
That one stuck a little bit.
Matt pulling it a little bit there. Gonna have a difficult second shot. This is looking a little bit better. And a lot better.
Wow.
Continues to get better. Little roll at the end to get to the left side, but great looking shot there from Rick.
Yeah, Rick could almost be putting on the B pin from there. That was a great drive.
Yeah. I think this hole plays pretty difficult from the tee, being that it's a blind landing zone, and the landing zone is very important because you have a long second shot even from the ideal spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I've thrown many drives where I've gotten up into the fairway, thought I was center cut, and you're right behind a tree.
Yeah. Especially because the slope on the green is so important. Landing,
As you see,
you can see this, could happen.
a little roller. They do have some logs placed there, so hopefully that disc caught one of the logs and didn't roll all the way down the hill.
Yeah. That just shows the importance of your angle control coming into the green, which obviously is more difficult from a further lie.
Rob got most of the way down the fairway. Should be all right to pitch up from there. Let's go overhand. He's on the fairway. This is Rick's second shot. Incredible drive.
Yeah, absolutely ideal. Just trying to get straight down there.
Looks like he's getting a little aggressive.
Ooh.
And caught a branch. It looked like it kicked him down. Hopefully he can pitch up from there and save par. It's a really tough birdie. It's a good upshot. This little scary putt, though, putting downhill at that elevated basket.
And you can see how rough the rough is on both sides. Just having to kind of pitch up and over to get close.
Yeah, Rick didn't want to get too aggressive on that. I don't blame him. Tap in par on this hole. You're getting strokes on a lot of the field.
Matt didn't roll too far, able to just pitch up and down.
Solid putt there by Rob.
Yeah.
Solid bogey putt there by Dylan.
Not afraid of the death putt. I believe a lot of these rocks down at the bottom are they new? I feel like there used to be more of the chance of a roll away.
Yeah, they built up the wall there, a little retaining wall, and added, some rocks in there. It's a really nice but unforgiving green.
Yeah, looks great. As we'll take a look at our shot of the round container, it's got to be that mid-circle 2 putt there from Rob, extending his lead. We do have open spots for our supporting sponsors. If you're interested, you can check out the links in the description. We are also thankful to our Patreon family for supporting our coverage. We have 9 holes left to go here for Westside Story from Tyler State Park. We will see you over on the back 9.